Welcome to Dr. Jester Talks, and I'm gonna talk about this. From Niche Gamer. Kingdom Come Deliverance gets a live-action adaptation. Well, I don't know if that's actually good news or bad news. We know that usually live-action adaptations end up being bad in a sense that they do not represent well the source material with usual gender benders and race swaps. And I absolutely 100% hate those. As you know, I even have a list of that in which they do so on both sides of the spectrum. Either they swap an original female to male character or a male character to a female character, which let's admit it's what happens in most cases. It's overwhelmingly over 90% in that case. Or where they swap a white character to a black character, or a black character to a white character, or former, I don't know, Asian to a white character, but overwhelmingly it's the other way around. I absolutely hate when they destroy the original character. I hate it. Or when they actually change history to fit some certain narrative. And I absolutely am 100%, no, not 100%, 95% sure that they will do some form of stupidity in this live action adaptation. Let's keep on reading the news. The new live action adaptation is being produced by Wild Sheep Content, the same folks behind the recently announced Yakuza live action movie. It's worth noting that Warhol Studios, developers behind the original game, as well as Wild Sheep, haven't decided if the adaptation will be a series or a movie. Kingdom Come Deliverance is a historical RPG set in the medieval Holy Roman Empire, specifically in the imperial side of Bohemia. Players take control of Henry, son of a blacksmith whose parents are murdered by Cuman mercenaries on the orders of the King of Hungary, Sigismund. Henry survives and joins up with the resistance against Sigismund. Eric Barmack, former Netflix here. Oh no, not Netflix. Founder of Wild Sheep Content, is producing the adaptation alongside Warhol Studios CEO Martin Friedwaldzki. I don't know. They are currently reaching out to promising writers and directors to flesh out the adaptation. While under development, Kingdom Come was rejected by several big publishers. Friedwaldzki said, "Everyone wanted some magic in games, and we were offering a game where you start out as a blacksmith's son, can become some kind of hero, but never can get to be king." I absolutely loved that concept. I played it a lot of the game, but actually I never finished the main story. But I loved mucking around, doing things like just walking on the forest and things like that. I obviously, like I said, never finished it. On that note, I absolutely have to go and finish it. It's a great game, and a very good looking game too. But I need to finish it. The details, the tiny little things like getting dirty, people reacting how dirty you are, or if your clothes are torn, or things like that, are absolutely fucking amazing. I absolutely love it. Or when it rains, it gets muddy. You get to see puddles on the floor, not on the floor, on the ground, on the dirt. You get to enjoy some hookers. You get to get it with the main one of the main characters that became one of the main characters in a DLC. On that note, I need to buy the DLC eventually. And a lot of things. I absolutely loved the game, but I never finished it. I need to finish it. I need to do it. because it's a great game. I don't know why I never finished it. I think life got in the middle, and I ended up getting distracted. You know how easily distracted I get on things. For instance, I in the middle of the campaign of Steel Fury, and I got distracted with Lords of the Fallen and Kingdoms of Amalur, and eventually I stopped playing Kingdoms of Amalur and now focusing on Lords of the Fallen because it's shinier. I don't know what's wrong with me, dude. I get distracted easily. Fuck me. And there's a Aquanox coming on October 16th. And fishing on North Atlantic, I think that's the name. And I absolutely love those games. Although the Aquanox, lack of FOV and a very large screen, I ended up getting dizzy. But then again, I also got dizzy back in the day. But the little I managed to play Aquanox, I still love it. Holy fuck. My brain is gonna get mushy. I need to manage my attention deficit. Oh, wait. I'm sidetracking again. I need to focus on the article. Lols. Wait, what was I? Oh, yeah. Tobias Stolz-Zwilling, PR manager of Warhol Studio, added, the biggest feedback we got from the gaming community and reviewers is that this is a very believable and also a very relatable story. Well, it is easy to identify with a not-so-heroic hero. Barmack noted that until recently, blockbuster video games typically originated from US-based companies with smaller budget games not reaching a global audience. That didn't happen with Kingdom Come, which sold over 3 million units since its release in 2018. Kingdom Come has debunked that notion. That's super important, he added. Kingdom Come is going to... Okay. One thing that I absolutely hope they do not do in the live action is to Witcherize it, in which they butchered the stuff, because apparently the writer doesn't actually care about his IP. He never did care much. He only cares about money. He's a very veritable asshole, not asshole in a good way like me, but an actual asshole. And they butchered even if you went on by the games, they also butchered the live adaptation, even butchered the game itself, the characters in the game. Because okay, let's move on. Hopefully they do not, because the game here was very faithful to the historical environment. They followed it to the T, so there's no Africans, no Arabs in there, so you shouldn't see that in there in the live adaptation. Hopefully we don't get to see that. Hopefully they follow the characters. Hopefully we don't get to see some Wolfgang's shit in the middle, or we don't see some black family lost in Bohemia suffering racism by the evil white people, or the evil Jews, and things like that. And then they go on and become princes and things like that, or they become the superheroes or heroes of the Bohemian because they are black and they suffered racism, or the poor little black woman, or the poor woman, and they focus on the woman, and the woman is better than every single male in the entire kingdom, and she becomes the bestest, uberest sword fighter of ever. I hope not. I hope they follow the story of the poor Henry who lost his family, who then grows up with serious number of flaws, who can't even fight, and you actually had to learn how to fight in the game, with a serious flawed things, and then it becomes and grows. I hope it's that, and not some sort of Star Wars Disney trilogy type of deal. I hope so. I dearly hope so. And I hope there's no historical revisionism and things like that. If there is, I hope it's not too blatant and too blatant, or think on your face type of revisionism like we have seen in a few of the recent Hollywood and Netflix adaptations, or BBC adaptations, or ITV adaptations. Hopefully they follow the source material properly, and they don't Netflix it, because Netflix kind of has become a meme on that. In fact, I'm even going to say it, that there is indeed discrimination in the game. For instance, there's a German character which you actually poke fun of his Germanness on the game itself, just more or less at the beginning. I'm not gonna go into much detail, so spoilers. But I hope they show that stuff, what it is like in Bohemian. Not don't make it too, don't diverse wash it, please. Don't diverse wash it. Keep it as is. Don't shove Latinos in there, because Jesus Christ, why would you do that? Latin America wasn't even a thing back then. Jesus. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you on my next video. Good night.